welcome Pisces to your December messages. So keep in mind, these are collective in general, so receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you are a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And I just want to share a bit ahead of time is that these spreads have kind of been a culmination of the year as well, not just December energy. So we'll see what comes forward for you, Pisces. So it looks like this year, Pisces, you've been working on your foundation. We have fortified foundation, lay a steadfast foundation for growth and forward movement, threaded transitions. So you're like on the verge of an up-leveling. You're on the verge of getting to enjoy the fruits of your labor through this year. And it feels like it's not just for you, but also for your family, for the healing that you've done, for your bloodline. Like you're feeling really solid and embodied. And that's something that you have been working on. Interestingly enough, you have past life energy coming up. The situation involves past life memories. Now, if you don't believe in past lives, that's okay. This could even be the past energy in general. Okay, so there could be some like inner child wounding that's healing, right? Or you're able to kind of get to enjoy the embodiment of all the healing that you have done. So you can really be confident in who you are and navigating the holidays and navigating, seeing certain relatives or people that want to kind of like hold you to that past version of yourself. You have two animals coming forward for you. You have the pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Okay. So our thoughts create a reality. We know that. What we focus on, we grow. So, focusing on what you want to create and being aware of the perspective in which, or the filter in which you are viewing the world, viewing yourself, viewing others. The words that you're speaking are very powerful. There's magic behind them. Okay, you can speak blessings into people's lives and onto your life as well, or into your life as well. You also have cat spirit, claim your independence. So if there's any sort of codependency kind of happening, or you feel yourself slipping into patterns that maybe aren't the healthiest, like maybe from family or something like that, you're going to claim your independence. You're going to claim your space. You're going to focus on what you want to bring about and focus on in December instead of people pleasing, which is like a huge message that's coming through. It came through for the for Virgo and Capricorn, so you might have that strongly in your chart, but also for you here, Pisces. Then we get to the tarot, we have Temperance. We start with Temperance. So Temperance is about alchemy. Temperance is also about balance and healing and patience. You might we have the Lover's energy here. You might have to have some patience with your partner or in the choices that you're making and kind of sitting back and allowing things to reveal themselves to you with this energy. Like I said, with that, use your mind wisely. Be aware of what perspective. Are you looking through the eyes of wounding? Are you looking through the eyes of more of a healed sense of self and your present self and like who you have, built yourself to be, in the month of December, right? So it almost feels like there are, maybe some energies that are trying to pull you into past versions of yourself that are kind of outdated or don't serve you as much. So just kind of be aware of that. But yes, have a lot of patience with your partner here. That's something that's important, or just patience with some sort of decision that you are making in the month of December. You have strong feminine energy around you. You have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So you could feel that you're kind of in this energy. Maybe you're, a little bit more logic over heart space energy. Maybe you're a bit more focused on business, but you're definitely in a space of leadership, or you have a lot of strong feminine leader energies around you. Okay, you could be setting, pretty healthy boundaries here too with the Queen of Swords. Again, your voice is highlighted. So perhaps your voice is super important in your career, you're a writer, you're a podcaster, something like that. But the Queen of Swords comes forward as the queen of experience, the queen who is, in a way kind of cut and dry, sets the boundaries. This is the way it is. She's not jaded because she's not in reverse, but she has integrated her experiences and she won't be persuaded one way or the other or manipulated. So your mind is, incredibly sharp, and that Queen of Swords energy is you holding your boundaries. And the Queen of Pentacles is a bit more of a warm energy, a mothering energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the businesswoman. And you taking time to reflect and really appreciate, maybe even investing a little bit more in yourself in December. Self-care, self-love, or just appreciating where you are and kind of what this year has, how you've navigated this year and where you're at. Perhaps you're really happy with your finances, really happy with the abundance and appreciating that in your life. And as we know, like when we focus on, what we appreciate in our lives, we receive more of it. We receive more blessings. So that's something that is coming through very strong here. Some of you have healed a lot of your mother wound, and that's something else that is really powerful for you in the month of December, that you've embodied this healing, and so you're showing up in this different way, and it's really incredible. We also have the Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So you're being positively recognized for your efforts, for your work. You could be receiving some sort of raise, or again, you're just like, you're feeling very proud. This is public recognition. So there's some sort of, it could be your work being recognized if you're like writing a book, or, you being recognized by some sort of boss and being offered some sort of raise here, right? Or higher position. But it's really positive and favorable to see the Six of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles, because it does speak about it's been a battle. It's taken a lot of courage for you to get to where you are, but you are being recognized for this. I just saw 555 on the timestamp. So it's creating this beautiful change for you in your experience. And then you have the Empress energy, where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, where you have really up-leveled here. And now you get to kind of sit back and enjoy in that feminine energy, your experience and what you've created and what you've called in and what you've aligned with in your manifestations. The Empress energy is really abundant and beautiful. So you've definitely up-leveled here in your energy and perhaps in your finances, and you're feeling good, right? You're feeling really good here. You see there's, a bunch of swans there. So there's a lot of grace and beauty, and I just feel like you're being honored in really beautiful ways in December with this Empress energy. You've definitely overcome or like surpassed some sort of like family wound, or some sort of maybe scarcity mindset, or some sort of blockage around finances. I feel like you've up-leveled. You have been successful in overcoming that. So like the generations moving forward, if you choose to have children or you have children, they're not going to have those blockages or those mindsets or those limiting beliefs, because you've healed them. So that's gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful. Now, when we come to some sort of like energy where there could be a bit of a blockage or delay, we have indecision. So this is more so for those of you that are not in a relationship, but it says you're afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. This could have to do with career or some sort of choice as well. That's why we have temperance and patience and kind of the energy of grace coming through here for you. So that could have to do with career or some sort of decision that you're making. But this could also be for those of you who are kind of like at a crossroads when it comes to relationship, of deciding, where you want to make a commitment and getting very clear. And it's important that you get clear. And with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you will, about what it is that you want, or a path that you want to take. We also have for the Romance Angels, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So you see that unicorn there is fenced in, but it's like that unicorn could stand up and easily walk out. So the idea of feeling trapped is an illusion. So it's something that you're able to kind of clear yourself. You're able to stand up and get out, because you've like outgrown some sort of area that you're in, some sort of mindset. For some of you, this wounding that you've been healing has been around like relationships, right? And wanting more for yourself and not following in any sort of like toxic patterns. So you are freeing yourself from something, it feels like, in December. That's why you have that claim your independence. We also have direction and advice. Stay positive. It's important that you stay positive, okay, with this energy. And that talks about the power of your mind. It's not toxic positivity, but it's focusing on what you want to create and build, because there's magic behind your words, your intentions. And then it also, is supportive for you, for your actions moving forward. For your lifestyle changes, we also have be honest with yourself. So be honest, and that could be some sort of choice that you're making in December about a lifestyle change that's important for you. So make sure you're taking time to connect in with yourself, especially with that Temperance card, and the Lovers, which is the choice, about what is best for you moving forward. Now, when we get into the holiday energy, we have new homes. So for some of you, if you are not moving into a new home, it could be that you're redecorating, or you are going to be doing some renovations in your home, and maybe that up-leveling in finances assists you with that, right? maybe you're making decisions about that. Some of you, maybe with the Empress energy, you're planning for a family or something of that nature. But there's either way, there's a new fresh energy, right? You're showing up with a healed energy. You're showing up in your strength. You're showing up in your truth, and it's embodied. And it's balanced with temperance, okay? There is this fairness about you. There is this new, fresh, embodied energy about you that shows all of the work that you've done throughout this year, unless someone is like your therapist or your coach or friends in like your spiritual circles, a lot of people don't really know the work that happens behind the scenes when it comes to like your internal work and the things that you move through, right? And the healing that you do. And like until you show up with it embodied, and then they start to see how that changes things, how that shifts the energy in your home, how that shifts your relationships, how you in many ways impress others because of your strength and holding your ground and your confidence within yourself. You have this fulfillment and this fullness about you where you have this space of unconditional love. You love yourself unconditionally. So you're not seeking external validation. You're not seeking permission. And it's a powerful leadership energy, right? And you get to enjoy it. You get to enjoy it. And then also, that benefits your family moving forward because you've done all of this work. So give yourself, treat yourself in December. Give yourself that love, appreciation, and support. And when people compliment you, receive it. Don't just be like, no, receive it. Receive it because it's earned, it's well deserved, I should say, right? It's well deserved. And, it's really beautiful. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs. This was, a very fulfilling reading. I really enjoyed this. And I personally I'm Pisces rising and Pisces Venus. So I can definitely sense and feel some of these, on a deeper level within here. But thank you for being here. Take the best care of yourself. Congratulations in advance. And, you deserve this love and this appreciation, overall appreciation for all the efforts and work and courage it took for you to do this healing and really show up for yourself, right? Because that's obviously going to benefit you, but also benefit others. So take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.